yeah, and it's been a really wonderful hour. I appreciate you and appreciate everything that you do.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you as well, because I've tried a couple of other things, and as far as what seems to work best for me is you, like your way. And I don't know what word you want to use, program, whatever you want to use, but yours seems to work the best for me as far as what I need to do for myself.
That's fabulous. I'm really happy to hear that.
Well, there you go. You could use that when you ask how I enjoyed you. Yeah.
There you go. Well, thank you, love. And what have you found to be the most valuable part of this all?
I'm not really sure if I found a most valuable, just basically learning different techniques and different things for my, like I always say, for my overall well-being.
Right.
Things that I just maybe, some things I was familiar with, but some things that I weren't, that I wasn't, or whatever. So.
And then when you started, your initial reason for starting the coaching program and for reaching out was for what main reason?
A lot of anxiety and a lot of stress because of my husband's death.
And now how do you
handle? I have to become this one whole person now because I have to do it alone, all by myself. And I've had to learn how to overcome some of the things and give myself the credit for it. Look, you're doing it. You're handling it. You can do it. You can do it. Even though it's hard.
And how did you feel before we started coaching and working on this journey with you?
I feel very, the word I'm trying to describe, the words I'm looking for. Yeah, like I can feel, I know the word, when your body's on the fight or flight. I always felt like that. I was always, I was always overthinking. What's going to happen now? Now, am I going to be able to do this? Now, whereas now it's more like, okay, it is what it is. This is the way it is. Handle one thing at a time. Let's see what we need to do. Let's see what our options are.
You now have tools, you now have tools in your toolbox.
Right. That's a good way to put it.
And I mean, we've been meeting twice a month since March, right?
That's what I was trying to figure out yesterday.
Yeah.
I think it was around there.
Yeah, it was March because I was away at that time.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was the beginning of March, somewhere in that zone.
Okay.
And what I've observed in yourself as far as what's gone on is that there is that calmer piece, that you have that ability to not just jump into fight or flight.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And that's what I've observed.
And being able to know, okay, that feeling's coming. And then, all right, we breathe and we do, recognizing the more, listening to the body more.
Yeah. So if you were to say something about Sharon in regards to me as a person, or like what you would say to somebody, if somebody was to say to you, what's Sharon like? If somebody was to say to you, what is Sharon like to work with as a coach? What would you say?
Well, the number one thing is obvious, nonjudgmental, seems to be caring. You have a sense of humor, even if you go over something and there's still a question, we don't understand it. You don't get impatient. You try to make sure that we're able to understand what we are doing and what you are explaining. So I guess that's both a little bit on the personal end and the teaching end.
So is your life easier with your family and your grown children now?
I don't know if easier is the right word. It might be more like I can see it more. No, well, how can I explain it? I can see how they are the more that I heal and work on myself. I'm not sure.
Or like observer. You become more of an observer.
Okay, that's a good way to put it.
Well, and that's what happens, right? Is that because we're so involved emotionally with those adult children of ours and whoever that are closest to us, that often we don't actually we don't have the ability to kind of zoom out and take a moment to assess and to kind of see what's going on from a zoom out perspective, because we're emotionally with each other.
Right. And we were so used to it. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't even know if I ever found out how old you are. How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
think I did tell you, but okay.
Yeah.
In May, I just turned
64 in May. That's right.
So
Yeah.
here's another stressor now. Now I have to deal with Medicare. Oh,
And look at what you've done in this period of time that we've been working, coaching together as far as the trips. Speak to that as far as how you've overcome so many fears.
like flying. Well, I still don't like it, but the last time I flew, there was a little tiny bit of turbulence. And there again, I just sat back and, well, I was sitting anyway. I took a breath and just like, you know what? I need to get home. And this is the only way for me to get home. So I just have to try to work with it.
That's really, it's been really a beautiful experience to observe your changes and to work with you. You've been such a pleasure to work with, really. And we still have
well,
one
thank you. I know, but thank you. And all the things. And like I had asked you before, if there's any like questions or like what was the name of so and so, like I could just text you and ask you that, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
And it has been a real thrill to be in a place where you've trusted in me to be vulnerable and to expose and to go there and be so open.
Well, I appreciate that.
I send you love from Canada.
I think it's because we got it. Well, we laugh a lot. So to me, that's like a really important thing. So that's good.
Well, we're high frequency beings, and that's the key.
Exactly. We don't walk around right
Yeah,
being low and vulnerable.
that's right.